but it's not really obstructing me, it's just letting me go. It's like saying, okay, you can pass now. You're not going fast enough. The breeze is not blowing south fast enough. Hello? Area, pretty cool. Get some water, but the water's in the sun though. That's the thing. I remember when Scotty's had his first aid station, and he had one of those water chillers out there with his 5-gallon water containers. That water. He used to have little cone-shaped Dixie cups too, provide the water. That was kind of where the Jacaranda is right now. They tore down Scotty's repair shop. Scotty's built another one on McGregor Boulevard, but I think it's the younger generation of Scotty's owns it now. Scotty's from Sanibel. I think he passed there a couple years ago. But anyway, he was really generous there in the early 80s when he put that first aid station in. His bicycling was always the rage in Sanibel, and people were always, out of thirst. 7-Eleven was scoffing, selling big lobes left and right. It's nice when somebody from the community gives some back, Back then, 5-gallon water containers weren't that expensive. Electric bicycles easy. That's cheating. That's cheating. I would get an electric bike because if I lived on Sanibel here and I had to pedal all the time, there is a fine line between relaxing and pedaling, and if I had to work, and let's say the roads were all backed up, or I couldn't find a parking spot or something, then an electric bicycle for work-related purposes in Sanibel would be cool, because you can get across the Sanibel Causeway on an electric bike for free. You save the $6, and for that part, it's pretty good. Or if you left your car on Sanibel and bicycled to work from off Sanibel to Sanibel and then bicycled home. Of course, that would only work during the off season when it's not raining. During the rainy season, you might as well pay the $6 because bicycling off Sanibel and hitting a 2-hour deluge, wow. Just trying to coast along this while there, but I got that 2-mile-per-hour wind behind me that was barely pushing, so hopefully, see, these clouds have abated a little bit. There was a big one there over the Gulf. It was down by the beach. About a mile from the beach maybe at this point. Hoping it comes over the land again, gives me a nice tailwind. Looks like we're coming up to the Sanibel school. It's either a shadow or a mirage across the road up there. I'm wanting to see a shadow, but it's more like a mirage. Go up to a nice fast, probably 8 miles an hour, but potentially 10 miles an hour. Oh yeah, here's the Sanibel School. A lot of bumps here, so I'm shaking because I'm hitting these bumps. A lot of tree roots, just uneven asphalt. Daycare is another big business here in Sanibel for families that need to spend, some quality time on the beach without caring for their babies. So daycare between 9 to 3. And also daycare for those families that just want to go out to a restaurant, the adults, and the kids can't stay at home. That would also include having a nanny service here in Sanibel. That's another big business that, again, it's small business, but it could grow. Okay, I got somebody behind me that wants to pass me, so I'm going to start pumping it up a little more. They probably got an electric bike, so they can speed. They can overtake me if they want. Oops. Oh well. I left that person far behind me. He probably stopped at the stop sign. Yeah, he stopped at the stop sign like he should. Like I should have. See, I don't think people understand. When you're on a bike, you can't stop. You can't stop. To lose all that centrifugal force, just to stop, just to be kind to a car that should already stop for you. It's not right. When you build up this much energy, centrifugal force, especially at 10 miles an hour on a bike, when your bike weighs 100 pounds and you weigh 200 pounds, which is sad, you have a lot of kinetic energy going forward there. You don't want to hit the brakes and waste it all. Especially when you're dying of thirst and it's hot out. Oh, here's Rabbit Road. Nice. Alright. So, there's a little first aid station too. Is that? Oh, that's not first aid. Alright, so we'll stop here at Rabbit Road. Because we're going to go down the Rabbit Road Trail. Thank you. Alright. Thumbs up. I gave the thumbs up to every single driver that's been kind and polite. I don't mind that they don't stop, because if I was a car driver, I wouldn't stop unless a pedestrian was waving at me, but obviously if they were in the road I would stop. But I was always taught cars have the right of way, not people. Cars in the road have the right of way. People need to yield. It's only this last generation that's been taught that people could walk in the middle of the road and the car is at fault. It's like, what? It's not right. Okay, I'm checking to see what the coasting thing is. And I can feel a wind coming from the north to south at about 2 miles per hour. So maybe as I head closer to the beach, a mile away there, I'll have more of a breeze. Alright, it's broken up concrete. I see a bicyclist ahead of me. I got an eighth of a mile down. I see another bicyclist about a half mile down. All going in the same direction. So I'll see if I can speed it up and catch it. Reportedly, this is one of the few areas in Sanibel where there are gators left. I did see that 2-foot gator, probably 3 feet if you stretch out the tail, at that nature trail that I bicycled through off Periwinkle earlier. It was a small gator. It was like a light brown color, so it was kind of weird. I don't know if alligators could change their colors like chameleons to match their surroundings. Maybe they can. But it looked like this color was like the color of some light mud. This little bridge. It's part of the Sanibel River, probably empties out there. And it does say Sanibel River. like that. And I see there's weirs here separating these little lakes from the river, so they don't flow into each other. Okay, it looks like the bicyclist I thought was up here was actually a walker. So the other bicyclist is still far ahead of me, but the walker, he's coming up very fast. Probably the next 20 seconds I'll pass him. Kind of about 18. This is another area where people who bought homes in this area paid, somewhere between $300,000 and $400,000 when they were built. Now they're worth $1 million. But still, that's a good value in today's market. If you can get it for that price in this area, you snap at it. And 3 years from now, you may be able to double your money. I don't know. This is 2022, next peak is 2025, 3 years away. So you have to factor on holding a house for 2 years, qualify for capital gains. So you're actually, now's the time. If you wait any longer, you may catch post-peak. I'm not saying you can't make money here in Florida, but you always have to evaluate whether if you're going to be the bag holder or not. Hello. I see West Gulf Drive. This is a nice canopy. Oh, this is what I really like. Dense canopy like this where it's almost pitch black. Oh, the skin loves it. The absence of light. Oh, wow. Alright, so now we're looking for Island League Road. This is West Gulf Drive. Again, the homes on the right of me are near $1 million, and the homes on the left of me are near $1 million. The homes on the right of me, they are multi-million. Some of them 5 to 10 million. They have big pieces of property. Some of these homes are huge, like with the capital H. Trying to think business up. Again, you have management services, you manage the garbage, any type of lawn service. Sometimes you get fallen trees, you have branches that fall down. You have to make the place look presentable. You have mail that piles up. You need people, either you're going to park the mail at the post office, or you have to have someone day by day take it out of your mail. Post office usually does it for free if you notify them in advance. But I still see mail be shoved in a mailbox, even when you have the mail postponed. I don't know who does that, but I'm not sure if the mail drivers on the weekend don't check the mail route or whatever. But you have to watch out for that too. Even if you park the mail as a management service, you still have to check the mailboxes. Some people put flyers in the mailboxes that don't come through the mail. Other people get mail shipped to the wrong address and they'll shove it back in your mailbox. So you have to check the mailbox. You also have to bring in the garbage cans. All right. One thing I don't like though is a pool with a house. If you're rich and you have family and they use the pool on a daily basis, okay, that's the only reason to have a pool. But if you're an empty nester and you buy the house to visit it once a year or twice a year, there's no need in having a pool. Because a pool just needs to be maintained, and unless every single renter of yours wants a pool, pools, they command a good extra margin, but the amount of money that you pay in maintenance of a pool I'm not saying that pools are hard to maintain, because a saltwater pool pretty much maintains itself, but a saltwater pool with a creepy pretty much maintains itself. But the problem is, if the saltwater thing stops working, I think that could have been Island Inn Road. I know Island Inn Road is somewhere around here, and part of it could be paved. That looks like it was Island Inn Road. Oh well, I went too far, I'm coasting a little bit now. Still no real tailwind, maybe 1 mile per hour tailwind. It's just nice that I'm not running into a headwind. Painting is another big thing in the island. Painting service, everything needs to be painted. So if you have a painting business, you make good money. I always need painters. Painters have to work early in the morning, basically. You have to work from like 6 a.m. And in the summertime, there's lots of bugs, especially in the morning. In fact, all year round, bugs here. There's saltwater bugs all year round. Freshwater bugs, they won't come out until rainy season is in full bloom. Here in Sanibel, rainy season really doesn't begin until the end of June. But already on the mainland, Fort Myers, my house, it's already raining. So you get the mosquitoes, everything coming out right now. Look, I think I missed it. What's this up here? It used to be, Island Inn Road used to be a sand road. That's what I'm looking for, sand road. That could be paved better.
Not that cool.
Oh, here's Island Inn. Oh, here's Island Inn Road. How convenient. All right. Let's check it out. Yeah, it says close the through traffic, but that doesn't mean me. I remember taking some mopeds on this road. There's actually some good jumps just off the road, so if you want to jump a moped. This is like a natural dirt bike trail. One of my friends crashed though on one of those jumps. Said he hurt himself bad too, but you got to hold on to the steering wheel. Those people who ride without holding on to the steering wheel, eventually you're going to crash and lose your teeth. That's not smart. See, this property here, any property off this road, this is undervalued. It's a sand road, but this is a sand road that existed since the late 60s. So this road has always been on Sanibel. And it's always been a sand road. How weird. And the property on both sides of the road is for sale. So it's a overlooked, underlooked area to buy. So I'm not saying you can get something for $25,000 like you can in the mountains of North Carolina. You can get 25 acres near Murphy, North Carolina for $25,000. Still, plenty of it. But what are you going to do out there? Same thing in Sanibel. You have to either make your money somewhere else, you come here to retire, or you have to have a good reason to live on Sanibel. Sanibel's, if you want to buy it for vacation, that's okay too, but you have to have a game plan, because you just can't buy on Sanibel. The taxes here are enormous, so you have to have a game plan. Even if you buy a place here in the middle of nowhere, you're going to have to consider high taxes. I like it though. I like how they're building with concrete block. What I don't like is a lot of the homes in this area are going up with paper-thin wooden roofs. Roofs that wouldn't pass code 20 years ago are now somehow code-worthy. And they're using quarter-inch plywood. I mean, it used to be half-inch plywood was the minimum for the roof. Inch plywood if you could get it. Now, quarter-inch, like panel board, they're using this really flimsy stuff using on the roof. I mean, that stuff is not made to keep anything out. A tornado could pull that roof right off. Now, I'm not even saying a hurricane. A hurricane has like 500 tornadoes inside it. I had a tornado, Hurricane Irma had at least 20-some tornadoes pass over my house. Every single tree limb that was over 25 feet in height was completely sheared off. Looked like somebody had a hedge clipper and just cut trees. That's it. It was just sheared off. Because when you emit 140, possibly 100, the higher you go, the higher the gust. So 140 mile ground level could be 160 mile per hour, 30 feet up. And you add debris to the air, and the tree is bending like you wouldn't believe. I had some Norwood land pine trees bend 90 degrees. Were flapping like these big trees that were like 100 feet tall, bent 90 degrees and were flapping like a flag. And their trunks were about 18 inches in diameter, and they were bent 90 degrees and flapping like a flag in Hurricane Irma for a good hour and a half. Just about every single branch was blown off of there. Amazing. Oh, it says road closed there. This was never here back in the late 80s when I last started doing this road. Oh. Well, as long as there's a place where I can squeeze by. There's a little place I can squeeze by there. It's terrible that they close this off. I see no reason why they should close this off. It's a beautiful road. There's just a little tiny bridge here. They let bicycles here. What's the big deal, right? What is the big deal? I don't know. Looks like there's some pathways in there. Again, this would be a nice place to go bicycling. Time to time. Well, look at the Conservation Foundation. I guess I did all the land to the right. That's a nice lake on the left. Oh, a first aid station in the shade too. Wow. I think I'm actually going to pay for some drink. So I'm probably going to end the video a little sooner because I've kind of gone on a binge here with these extra little extravaganzas. So I'm just going to go back up to Rebel Gas Station, Pine Ridge Road, and call it a day. I'm still amazed that the Island Theater was knocked down. Not that I was shocked, because I'm not. Hardly anybody watches movies these days. Everybody's got a 75-inch TV at home. And let's face it, there's no good movies anyway on TV, or no good movies anyway in the theater. A lot of first-run movies are trying to charge like $12 to $15 a viewing. Come on. I don't mind watching it 6 months later and paying half price. Or waiting for it to come out in a garage sale at DVD, buying it for $1. Even better. And then reselling it for $1. Nice. Now, I find it better just going online, watching videos like I'm making about Sanibel, real life, I'll have this video posted up in the same day. Sure.
What's down here? Is this a trail or what is exactly?
Well, there is some trails. This is the Island and Road, so it actually will go all the way to West Gulf Drive. There's a little car barrier, but bicycles can go through. But there are trails on the left-hand side that go in quite a ways, like a mile.
But if you just take this straight down, it'll just it'll loop around or something? Is that what it'll do?
Yeah, if you go straight down, you go past the car barrier, you'll actually get to West Gulf Drive, and you can come West Gulf Drive.
And that's that main road that goes along the water,
right.
close to the water there?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you
very much.
You're welcome. They're from Boston. Sorry. Recognize the accent. Not from Long Island. Long Island has a little weirder accent. You can tell by my accent I'm from up north too. I'm from the middle New Jersey area, so it's the area between the two battlegrounds. I don't sound like Bon Jovi. He's more of a coastal New Jersey sound, like Bruce Springsteen. But I'm not like from northern New Jersey, like the Hoboken that has that really drawn out accent. Trying to lose it. I've been here for 40 years. I'm still trying to lose my New Jersey accent. It's hard. I'm so glad I left New Jersey 40 years ago. I had some friends and relatives, acted as if I made the wrong move back then. But I kind of saw the writing on the wall. I saw New Jersey was not my cup of tea. And I stood by my convictions. And thank God I did that. I hear word now. Some of the friends They've lost their jobs, their businesses went under, they lost a ton of money. Sad. They want to, if it wasn't for that they can't find a buyer for their house, they would love to move down here. Just things are dead up there. That's the thing. I think there's a wave of people that want to come down here. Once the economy just improves just a tad before the 2024 election, you're going to find just an avalanche of people wanting to come back to Florida or come to Florida. They're just sick and tired of New Jersey, and they don't care what the price is. They want to buy into the American dream, and the American dream is only living in Florida right now. Again, that's Sanibel. That's 7-Eleven over there. That would make a great real estate office. Quite big, actually. I could rent it out to an insurance broker, maybe another bank, maybe even a gas station. Okay, now I have a nice cool breeze. Oh, that's nice. This big figure 8. Okay. Alright, well, this concludes the video for today. I know I can go another hour, but I'm going to give you guys a reprieve. That was about 6 inches deep. Hold on, I have to dash it forward back. Alright, I'm going to have to do it one more time here. Great. Lost propulsion. Wow. Alright. That cleaned up the bike. Alright. You guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.